able to do that. So I think that's where I like just keep that professionalism. And then with the Juliet thing, you get really comfortable with staff, especially in the middle of the year, at the end. Like everybody knows everybody's business, it seems like, but they don't. There's a lot of stuff that's still under the gravel, whatever you want to grass, water, I don't know, whatever type of, yeah. So just keep remembering the service, whatever service you want, but just keep remembering that you will have that for like Juliet. She's, no matter what situation she's in, she has that, let me double check and make sure, and that's why I love coming to her with problems too, because she'll like put me back into place, and that's what we can be for each other, is just putting each other back in that place.
Mm-hmm. You guys are going to be a sponge, right? And it's like when I talk to a parent, I let them vent and vent and vent and vent until they're done venting. I don't interrupt. I don't say anything. I just let them speak, and then I give them true facts that I'm allowed to provide them. But I'm always holding something back. There's always that piece that I know that I can't say, or that piece that's going to infuriate them, even though I know it's a fact. So you'll learn how to speak to each one of your REs and how to be that confident. Mm-hmm. And I mean, even when you come to me, there's some things that you may want to keep confidential because an RA asked you to, and that's fine. I've had these guys come to me and say, I have an RA or a CA with a situation. I mean, Greg's a little easier. I can kind of figure it out. I'm just joking. But they don't have to tell me. I mean, if it's a safety situation, I would say, I need to know who this person is. But I will respect that as well. If it's a situation where I can help you, where I don't need to know who the person is, I'll keep it that way. If it's a situation where
you have a situation about an R, someone comes to you about an RD?
No, an RD comes to me about an RA. And, and they want to discuss something and they want my opinion, and it's not a situation that's harming anyone. It could be a personal situation. It could be.
It's more like what's the next step I take in this thing, where she might not need to know the exact details.
Yeah. So if I need more details, or if it's necessary for me to know a name, I'll ask. But other than that, I will respect that confidentiality as well. Okay.
And you might not have like answers, or even like if a RA comes to you with a problem with a staff member, or with just like they're feeling overwhelmed or and you don't really have like an answer for them. Think of it as if a resident wants to come to you, what do? You try to like just walk them through like options that they do have. Like that's not like putting this is what you should do, or this is what's gonna happen, because a lot of the times, like I know with me, like I want to solve the problem right away, and I want to say, oh, I can do this for you, or oh, I'll make sure this happens. But in reality, I don't know if I have that power. Like I don't know if I'm able to do that. So kind of give them options. Well, let's see if I can do this. I'll talk to this person to see if I can do that. Because you never want to just give them like a definite answer, because that might not be the case. And I think, especially with an RA coming in an RD, it's harder to then go back and say, oh, I couldn't do that for you. And that makes them then not want to come to you as often, or, they don't look at you as reliable as they should.
And if you guys come to me because you have an issue about a pro staff member, then and you say, I want this to be confidential, but I will go to that pro staff member to have a discussion with them, stating I have a staff member who feels this way, or this is happening, and they don't understand it, or they don't like it, and I'll try to get more of an answer. And there might be more of that background where I can only give you part of it, but I can talk you through it as much as possible so that you can understand a little bit more. but I'm your, as Greg said, your liaison for pro staff as well. But it's very important to understand this confidentiality because this will make or break your team. And it is extremely hard. Trust is one of the hardest things to earn back once it's broken. Okay? Yeah.